Welcome back, everyone. This is Final Fantasy XIV Online, episode 121 with Roselore Serafina. We are currently at Haukke Manor. And I think we could go in with a party of NPCs first up, I guess. Or we could go with a party of players. So if we go with a party of players, we can just tick on that and we can go join. It does say less than 5 minutes. We'll see. We'll give it 5 minutes and then we'll go in with a party of NPCs. So let's get a little bit of practice going. Just so we know where our buttons are, because this is the first time in today for me to play it, so it might be an idea for me just to roam around and level up my budgie. Get out of the range. See, this is why we're practicing. Uh-oh. No, I did get out of the way in time. Alrighty, say hello. Actually, I'm going to leave it on party for the minute. Go with our floating eye. Be a little bit more awake than that. So yeah, this is me just warming up to make sure I'm a little bit more on the ball with a party of NPCs, with a party of PCs. So I'm not, you know, being a menace and underfoot. Alright, I feel fairly warmed up. So one of the things we can do while we're waiting is we can actually go and see if we can quell the anger of a tree in Sorrel Haven. What? I know, right? It's good practice for me. These guys look like they're in their cutscene, so they're waiting to go in. There's the smith. Oh, hey, there we go. Haukke Manor. Way to go. Oh, I'm nervous. All right. Now, I think we've already been through this once before, so what I'm going to do is we're going to hit escape. We're going to skip our cutscene. We're going to wave hello to our party. Find our tank. And we're going to wait. So what have we got today? We've got a warrior, a dragoon, and is that a sage? I don't know. We're just going to have to wait. All right. Just wait for these guys to be ready. All right, we might be an entirely new set of parties. Let me just get ready to be on the tank if he needs it. That way. Come to one side. Check our tank. Oh yeah, definitely check our tank. Make sure he's getting healed. Alright, we got everything. You know what? I like this tank. He's not running away from me. Which gives me no excuse to not heal him when he needs it, right? Let's give him just one. Check my MP. Uh-oh, did I just attract aggro? Oh dear. Help, Mr. Tank. I know, the aggro bars are underneath your little party square things here. And you want to like see how the tank's one is full? That's where it should be. Yours should be empty as a healer. I might just do a little bit. Alright, we'll hit this attic bat. Okay, looks like Declan's run this quite a few times before and is very familiar. I'm going to just stay with my tank. Okay, gotta go this way, guys. Don't we want the tiny key? Alright, you go there. I'll get the tiny key. I'll try and get the tiny key. Alright. Unless someone already got that, but I don't think they did. Let's hit my sprint. I'm going to just let the tank get down to about half. We're going to hit him with a Q or two. Wind on something else. Alrighty. Oops, sorry guys. I know, where's your healer going? She got her fingers stuck on the pause key. Keep an eye on the tank. Switch targets. Alright, put some wind on this guy. Check our tank. Check our other guy as well. He's looking like he's taking a bit of damage. I'm outside the orange. That's all that matters. It's good the tank has all the aggro on him, so that's nice. I don't know if he has mitts to be using, so... Kick open the treasure coffer. No, you've got it. Go this way. Tank should be alright for this tiny bit of time, this one at least. Just heal up our Lancer. And do I have any area heals yet? Oh yeah, I should be using that a lot more. Alrighty. It's been a couple of days since I actually did any battling in this system. So I should be able to hit 4 and everyone should get a bit of a heal. Whoa. tank and 2. A little bit more juice. Man, I am rusty. Don't we need the tiny key in here? We may not. I'll let these guys lead. Let's do a bit of 4. Everyone's getting slammed. Let's do a little bit of 1 on the tank. A little bit of extra juice. Should have probably done a 2. Let's do another 4. He should be fine now. Oh, maybe not. Give him a little bit more. And hit a 4. Don't. All nearby party members. So they ran away. Alrighty. Alright, he's good. Yep, that's the key we want. Beautiful. So there are a bunch of locked doors in here. If you guys are looking for the achievement where you unlock all the areas in a particular dungeon, you don't want to be missing the doors. Are they close enough? Whoa. I'm just going to move in a little bit for my guys because they need some extra TLC. And I'm going to need to make sure I don't run out of juice myself. Let's just hit the tank with a Cure 1 and give the Mana Steward a little bit of wind up its skirts and get out of the, yep, out of there. That was my bad. Might give this guy a little bit of TLC. He's alright. Loot wise, we'll roll need on that. We're good. We'll ignore the rest. I know, the healer. Slow. Alright, where'd you guys go? Oh. Are you up the stairs? You're up the stairs. Thank you. I did lose you. Thank you so much. Alright, remember that name for a commendation at the end, right? Alright, I'm going to skip the cut scene. Dyslexia. Alright, we're going to wait for these guys. So we must have 2 relatively new ones just waiting on the scene. Okay. Motions in, welcome. That's very funny, Declan. Some of the things these guys, when you're reading what they're doing. Alright, I need to be watching the health bars. And also... Oh, crumbs. 4. I'm petrified. Of course I am. Are they close enough? They are close enough. Did I just... Let's just back out a little bit. Now, when she flies to that corner, we need to... Will you just do something, Ros? 4 would be good. Ah, don't look, don't... Oh, fiddlesticks. Let's go with a 4. Oh dear. There we go. We leveled up again. Gotta say, I'm a little bit worried about that, but there we go. Alright. Player commendations. I'm actually going to go with Alexander for coming back to get me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. We'll go with loot. Do I need anything? I don't need anything. We're just going to pass on that. Heading out. Green will bow. Say goodbye. The equestrian role, I can't remember if I have it, but there we go. Aww. Oh, bye-bye, little Itichi Otsons. Alrighty. What are we doing? Skeletons report to Ursendel. Where's Ursendel? There. Quell the anger of the tree in Sorrelhaven. While we're out here, why don't we go and do that? I just need my budgie. Come on, budgie. Alrighty. It's been a while since I've run that one. It feels like it, although I think I ran it the other day. I just don't remember it. Memory's like a sieve. Getting old. Let's go irritate some raptors. Alright, we can irritate them all we like. They're not going to come near us. There's our lindworm tree. Only you can prevent forest ire. Uh-oh. I'm a little bit nervous. Come on, Fluffy. Let's go. We have a destination to reach. Oh boy. I'm going to have to keep an eye on them because they're all ranged. They don't have to move to get me. So I'm going to have to watch my health and make sure my timing is up to snuff. Otherwise, this is going to be painful. There we go. Quell the anger of a tree in Sorrelhaven. Okay. Report to Raya Osana, who is here. In Camp Tranquil. So these are our white mage duties. And then what we'll do once we've done these is we might move on to some of our crafting and also our lancer and archer duties and just bring those 3 up all in one go. Although I did have to go and see... Oh, this is the main story quest. Right, let's go. Down the bridge. I think I need to be riding the chook for this one. Come on, Fluffy. Let's go. Yeah, because we've got to make that jump and I just can't do it on foot. I don't know why. Alright, a short while ago I sensed a great anger abate. The forest is quieter, more welcoming now. It would seem you've passed your first test, Roselore. The trees are the elementals are the trees. The lush verdure of the wood is inseparable from the spirits that dwell within it. But you do not need to hear this from me. Doubtless you felt it for yourself when you healed that tree. Above all else, the elementals prize harmony. When they sense a threat to harmony, they summon forth all the powers at their disposal to expulse it. For so long have we lived in peace with the elementals. Why now do they turn against us? I can offer no answers, only theories, but one thing is certain. We must quell the Great One's fury and do it soon, lest Gridania bear the full brunt of the forest's wrath. To soothe the forest's wounds and restore harmony, that is our duty as mages of the White, and it is a responsibility that transcends race or nation. I sensed your success in soothing the ailing tree, and am more certain of this than ever. Sadly, many cannot see past established practice and tradition, my dear brother among them. One would hope for a bit more open-mindedness given his youth, but alas, his pride as a Pudgel will not permit it. For my part, I am not entirely unsympathetic to his concerns, and yet the task before us is too great. We must bring him around to see reason. But how? Forgive me, Roselore. I would be alone with my thoughts for a while. Worry not. I will find a way to deal with Arun. All right. I noticed too when we were in that battle that I had not arranged some of my stuff like I needed to. So, we'll take a minute to do that. Our tower cant speaks, imparting the knowledge of the founders. Right, I have raise on my equals. Swift cast here. This is a short cast. Needs to go next to raise, so I remember to use it so I can't be interrupted when I'm trying to raise someone in a hurry. Regen. Don't do that. Needs to go here. Medica on 4. What's that? That's the wind. There's my sprint. I need to remember that's there. Okay, all of that's fine. Alright, let's see what else Raya Osena has for us. Level 40. Oh brother, where art thou? Raya Osena would ask a favor of you. Roselore, I owe you an apology. When last we spoke, I promised that I would find a way to convince my brother to accept you, but I fear he intently refuses to heed my words. Why, the more I try to reason with him, the more he shuts his ears to me. All pride, and no common sense, that one. I can scarcely believe we're kin. So intent is he to prove that we're unneeded, that he dashed out into the forest all alone, boasting that he would placate every last elemental and save the forest all by himself. Needless to say, such a task is far beyond his powers. There is a part of me that would like nothing more than to see the foolish boy learn his lesson, and yet, as his sister, I fear for him. Would you go look after him, Roselore? Seed-seer or no, he is in many ways still a child, and the forest grows ever more unsafe these days. I thought to go myself, but if you were to save my brother from his own recklessness, perhaps he might finally see how fatuous he's been. When last I spoke with him, he announced his intentions to begin his efforts in the bramble patch. With any luck, you may still find him there. Now please go in haste before some ill fate befalls him. Whoa, well, we better do that, but let's see what else we've got in our hunting log. We've done the diseased tree ants, the bark efts, the glowflies, the antelope stags. Show incomplete. Alrighty, so we just have Upper Lanacea, Western Thanalan, Southern Thanalan, Eastern Thanalan, and Eastern Lanacea. Alrighty, and for our Mortal Flames contract, Corthus Central Highlands, Dragonhead, the Ixali Bound Wing. Right, clearly we're not going to be doing too many of those just yet then. I know, we seem to have upset those guys. So let's head to the Bramble Patch, which is Hawthorne Hut, if I remember correctly. Bing. So what happens is as you progress in classes, you'll do a lot of your stuff around your home territory, and then it'll start to push you further out into the neighbouring territories, in this case, Thanalan and Lanacea, where you'll no doubt find more adventure. Let's grab our budgie. Come along, Fluffy. We need to head into the log. I know, it's very dark today. I must have just picked a nighttime cycle. That's where we get our rosewood from. I think I've just run. Yep, made my life hard. Let's go this way. Oh boy. All right, Fluffy. Good budgie. Let's go. Fluffy's got another 2 minutes, so hopefully Fluffy won't disappear in the middle of this battle. Arun, how you doing? Huh, if it isn't my sister's favourite adventurer, come to show me up, have you? Well, you can march right back and tell sister that I'm doing just fine. I am only resting. Even if I were hurt and unable to placate this tree, what could a run-of-the-mill adventurer like you do about it? Well, I could placate it for you, for instance. Once we've gotten rid of these wind sprites. Oh, yeah. We are Mr. Popular today. I know. Fluffy is being a big help here. I can't say just how much easier it is with Fluffy around. We need to also, however, just not fall over ourselves. Clearly, Arun forgot to do this for himself. These trials are really good practice. For, no, don't pick on the blowfly, you goose. Oh, I know. Yeah, Fluffy, what are you doing? We need to get rid of that while we're at it because it's picking on us. Alright. And now we need to calm the tree. I know, we irritated half the forest when we didn't need to. Or most of the forest when we didn't need to. Anyway, if you have a look in the bottom left-hand corner, you'll see Fluffy gets experience points when they battle as well, which is kind of good. There you go, Arun. This run-of-the-mill adventurer saved your tree. Uh-oh. Huh, beginner's luck. If you think killing a sapling or two is going to convince me that you are a worthy inheritor to the teachings of Master Atawa. Arun, you yourself do not believe those words. Uh-oh. Seeing to my pig-headed brother's safety, what do you think I'm doing? For better or worse, it would appear you suffer only from bruises to your leg and your pride. Arun, for all your obstinacy, I know that deep down you are no fool. No, you're wise beyond your years. You realize as well as I the dire fate that will befall Gridania if we do not quell the Great One's fury and restore peace to the wood. The adventurer is not Pajali, this is true. But what of it? Would you blindly trumpet tradition as the forest turns against us and brings ruin to our home? We have a greater calling to answer. You know this. I do, sister. Oh dear. Oh, my dear Arun, what are sisters for if not to forgive their little brothers fits of folly? Now, Roselore, I believe the most important task of all still awaits us. Let us return to Camp Tranquil. Oh, really? Very well. And they just leave me in the bramble patch with my bird. Nope, I'm afraid even my bird has deserted me. Oh, let's bribe him with more Geishel greens, shall we? There you are, Fluffy. Okay, speak to Raya Osena at Camp Tranquil. Let's go. And we're back again. Alrighty. Well, Fluffy, you and me, let's go. Possibly this way. There we are. In the middle of a thunderstorm at night, in one of the less secure areas of this area. I know. Raya. Roselore, thank you. I knew it was only a matter of time before Arun came around to reason, and yet his hesitance to accept you was not entirely unfounded. Oops. When we first met, I promised that one day I would share with you the tale of how white magic came to be regarded as a forbidden art. Well, I suppose this is as good a day as any for the telling. The tale begins some 3 millennia ago in the fifth astral era. It was the time of the endless frost, when a barren wasteland of snow and rime stretched as far as the eye could see. Food was scarce and warmth scarcer. The histories hold many a grim tale of those who died in their beds, starving and benumbed. So did our ancestors discover magic, born out of the most fundamental instinct, survival. In time, the winter thawed, and magic was no longer essential for survival. But once awakened to its conveniences, there was no returning to how things once were. Ere long, the people discovered all the myriad ways in which magic could be employed, and civilization flourished. But prosperity breeds contempt, and nations warred for power and riches. So did the people seek greater and greater power to rain destruction down upon their enemies. So was born black magic, the most devastating form of sorcery the world had seen. At the same time, another form of magic emerged, brought forth by those who would keep this immense destructive power in check. That is, white magic, our magic. Does this surprise you? Just as there can be no dawn without the night, the white and the black are but two sides of the same coin. War raged on, and magic was used and abused with little concern for the consequences, and consequences there were. Unchecked use of magic soon dried the flow of ether, threatening to bring blight to the land. The magic of healing? It made little difference. If used with no concern for the ether, our magic could prove as ruinous to the land as the most devastating black magic spell, and so it was that the practicing of white magic was forbidden, with one exception. The Pudjal. Our kind were entrusted as sole shepherds of the now forbidden art, to serve as healers and bringers of peace, while ensuring that this great power would never again be misused. Though he is still young, Arun feels this profound sense of responsibility as strongly as any of us, thus his hesitance to accept you. But having seen your abilities and the sincerity of your intentions, you can rest assured his doubts have been dispelled. With the three of us united in peace and purpose, and our skills ever growing, the day that we may perform the quieting draws near. To our fortune, the Great One has not yet been entirely consumed by fury, but our time remains short. To commune with the Great One and restore the Twelveswood to its former state of harmony, we must truly be one of heart and one of mind. It is to this end that our Tower Kant has guided you to us. Further your mastery of our art, Roselore, and further your mastery of our art, Roselore, and let us mend the wounds of the wood together. Ooh, Cure 3, excellent. I think we have one more quest that we can do before we need to level our character again. Our Tower Kant speaks to you, imparting newfound powers. Alright, Cure 3. Following in his footsteps, Raya Osena would send you on a pilgrimage. Your command of white magic has advanced considerably, Roselore. Yes, the time draws near. Let us begin the preparations for the quieting. At its roots, the ritual is no different from the acts of pacifying that you've already performed. The difference lies only in the difficulty of the effort. The Great One possesses a power unfathomably more immense than the elementals you've communed with thus far. Power so immense that a mage might easily be overwhelmed by the sheer force of its will. To prevent such a catastrophic fate, our tradition decrees that a special garb must be donned before performing the ritual. I have prepared for you these pieces, but I fear they will not avail you in their current state. So it is that I would send you on a journey. I trust you know the story of our Tower Kant. Rare among the Pajal, he left the forest behind to travel the realm, healing the land and its people. As tribute to his wanderlust, after he passed, his ashes were divided among several urns, which were in turn carried to the far reaches of the realm. And it was there, in the distant lands, that the great mage so loved, that his ashes were buried, and monuments erected in his honor. You are to go on a pilgrimage to these sites, and receive the blessings of your forebear. Only then will the garb I've gifted you be imbued with his divine powers. Mind you, you will find that these places are not as welcoming as they might have been in Master Artawa's time. The first site is on the shores of western Lanacea, in a place now feared as the Serpent's Tongue, home to a band of vile pirates. The next is to be found in Mordona, in that overgrown labyrinth of roots and vines so affectionately known as the Tangle. I do hope that Master Artawa's ashes have survived these most oppressive environs. The third site I would have you visit is perhaps the most treacherous location of the lot, Raban's Push in northern Thanalan, a stone's throw from an imperial stronghold. I urge you to exercise extreme caution. Really? Extreme caution? Near an imperial stronghold? You don't say. Right. We need to pray before the grave of Artawa Kant in the Serpent's Tongue, in the Tangle, and in Raban's Push. I see. Okay. Well, where is the grave? We need to also continue our storyline. So where are we at? 37. Let's go. Let's at least get one of these done. Oh, Lanacia. I know. Well, in that case, before we get that one done, let us go and report to Urundale and see what happens next. And then next episode, we'll go on a journey to find all the pieces of our White Mage outfit. All right. Backpat's looking a little bit untidy. Oh, and I've forgotten to take out the extract the materia from that and from my boots. We might also be able to increase our gear's power, but I'm thinking, I know it's only level 30, which is a worry. I'm thinking maybe it'll do until we get through our next, did I retrieve it? Oops, I did retrieve it. Maybe it'll do through here. Let's just go meld. I know, what was that? We want some spell speed +2. We'll meld that. There we go. Oh dear. It's a circus. All right. Update our gear set. We are going up to find the young fella by the in the other area of Gridania. Our nearest, probably that one, the Lancers Guild. Rightio. Grab Fluffy. I can't grab Fluffy. That's right. Fluffy is banned from Ingridania. I don't know what Fluffy did or what Fluffy's forebears did, but anyway, apparently there are no riding Chocobo allowed inside the city-state for some reason. Alrighty. How is Ursendal? He is a man weighed down by many worries. You are returned. What sights awaited you within the manor? What has become of Lady Amandine? You must tell me all. Well, you see, it's... So she went so far as to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are of the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that she will visit upon them tenfold the woe they have brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment? By my silence I allowed I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore, through misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I'm an abettor to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. You know what? I think we did that run last episode and I completely forgot we had finished it. Oh well, practice makes perfect, right? Or something like that. I obviously need to run it some more because I was really slow that last one. Alright. Skeletons in her closet. Report to Minfilia. I have just the ticket for that thing. Let's find Minfilia's Vesper Bay Etherite tickets and we'll use one of those. Boom. Away we go. I know. We're just going to go for a little jaunt across the countryside. Oh, hello. It does look like we have more story to play with. I know, advancing the story. I really like it. We've got a fair way to go though. There's a ton of content in Final Fantasy. You can rush through it, sure. There's people who go through from the beginning to the end in months. I don't know how they manage it, but they do. I kind of take my time, and I just push everything and have a look at what it's all about. All depends on your playstyle. If you've got friends to run with, it does become a little bit easier because you can do those dungeons. You can get together and do the dungeons together. That makes life quicker. Especially if you have a couple of your friends who know what they're doing. But yeah, so this is just I'm just taking my time with the game, and I still haven't got to the end of the current DLC. All right, Minfilia. Welcome back, Roselore. Full glad am I to see you safely returned. Tell me, how fared you on your sojourn in the Twelveswood? Well, it was like this. We had some adventures. Two of La Habrea's minions, and they sought to measure your strength. By their own admission. The devils taunt us. It is beyond doubt, then, the Ascians have begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. Yet I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that we scions are too few to protect the realm against this threat unaided. We must needs alert the three nations to the presence of this elusive enemy, and recommend that they heighten their vigil. There is no shortage of misery in the world that the Ascians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet, come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires. We have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you are ready to be briefed, and I will summon the others. Ooh, a weapons coffer. That looks good. Wonder what's in that. Well, we now have another little red dot. Achievement unlocked. Skeletons. Alright, I have a weapons coffer. No. There. Let's use that. A yew wand and a goatskin Taj. Let's equip that, shall we? Well, it looks like what I'm wearing and what I'm using is stronger. I know. What? Give me a minute. Alright, that means in my backpack, in my armory chest, in my footwear. Okay, so it's being used on another character. Ash patterns. We're going to just return that to the inventory. We're going to return that to the inventory. We're going to return that to the inventory, just so we have space, so when we pick up our next lot of stuff, we're fine. Plundered sabatons. Yep, we return that to the inventory. And return that to the inventory. Return. So yeah, this is easier to do if you do it on a regular basis and don't leave it for too long. Might leave that in. That's Manascal Greaves, and it's level 30, and I think we may have some classes that could still use it. Alright, I'll leave that there for now. Let's just grab this and we're going to sort it. So now I know I've got spaces. Everything else is looking fairly low. What's that got? That's my secondaries. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there not used. So we're going to just grab this again. 36. Alright, I might leave that in for a little bit longer. Initiate's Claw Hammer. Right, we may have outgrown that just a bit. Ditto with that. Ditto with that. Gladiator and Paladin, 21. Okay, I think we've got better shield than that. I might just leave that for the minute then, because I'm not 100%. Bronze Scythe. Culinary Knife. Spinning Wheel. So just basically all I'm trying to do is just get the old stuff out of my backpack that I'm not using, and we will turn it into material. $43 on Weaver, so yeah, so we're safe to get rid of most of that. Get rid of that. All right, and then we're just going to sort it. I mean, weapons-wise, we can probably do the same thing. U-wand, it's just inventory. Definitely inventory. Alright, I might leave the rest alone. The rest look pretty okay, and I'm not too sure on where the archer and the pugilist are at. Let's grab our inventory again. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to find the desynthesizable stuff. So for instance, this, oops, we're going to retrieve our, no, we're going to retrieve our materia. And there'll be a few things we've got to retrieve materia from as well. So it's just a matter of, I can't desynthesize it, that's annoying. Oh, I know why. Because I'm not good enough for that. Alright, we're going to retrieve the materia so that when I am good enough for that, it's not going to be in the way. So let's get that out of there. Oh dear. So I'm pretty sure, yeah. So in some classes, you've got to have a certain level of materia. Of desynthesizing. A certain level before you can desynthesize. And what we're coming across is with some of these items, I'm just not at the point where I have that. So for instance, in my part, see 39 is good, but apparently there are some others there. My leatherworking is only 29, so they can't desynthesize. Oh, I know, it's sad, right? Yeah. So right now I'm just trying to get stuff out of my backpack. The good thing about this is you get a ton of shards. These things, your wind shards, by doing it. Why show you guys this? Because it's part of the game, and the sooner you learn about it, the sooner you can actually enact it so that your backpacks are not as full anymore. And you know to do it earlier, like when you upgrade, don't leave it so that you have half an hour's worth of desynthesis to do instead of getting to play the game. All right. All right, nearly there. Can't desynthesize that. Or that. Or that. A triple triad card. I wonder when I got that one. Well, we're going to use it, and it'll go into our triple triad card box. That looks like another one. Rightio, we might just use that as well. Already been claimed. Annoying. Alrighty, so now what we're going to do is we're going to sort everything. Alright, I've got 2 rows of stuff. See, we might work on Leatherworker once we get this character class up. Let's just go Shift Control I. We'll bring up our Chocobo backpack, and I'm going to add all of my materia to my backpack, not my dark matter because I need it. Pretty sure, yep, there's another one over there. Alright, have I claimed that one as well? Looks like it. Alright, I see. Oh no, that is the one I claimed. And then we have the demi materia, which I haven't learnt what to do with yet, so I'm just kind of stockpiling it because I don't see it often, so therefore it must be useful and unusual and hard to get. And you know, I could be wrong because I haven't gone that far in the game to need it, so alrighty, you know what else we haven't done? We have not eaten our food. Let's eat our lentils and no, don't eat that. That's for gatherers. Crumpets? Crumpets. Let's eat those. Hang on. Alright, let's try again. Crumpets. There we go. So we're going to get our 3% bonus, and if we get into a fight, we're going to be able to use our spells a bit better, and we have a freed up a space in our backpack. Wrath of the Titan. Minfilia is waiting to brief you and your fellow scions on a new development. Uh-oh.
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
It does.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
Uh-oh.
What sort of peril?
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan.
Oh my goodness.
Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, 2 primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation.
Right, I'm going to just put this volume up a little bit. There we go.
There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Mervib hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Uh-oh.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
Oh no. So we've lost them.
Expect the worst. The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome.
Oh dear.
The echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you.
Oh no.
No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
So you will accept?
Of course.
Thank you.
We can't very well send her to Limsa Lominsa without Y'shtola. Can we, Minfilia?
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And all
Excellent.
not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies, tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would.
I see.
Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be. You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the Sailor's Ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Whoa. Well, guys, on that note, with the wrath of the Titan in our horizons, I fear it might actually be time for me to bid you adieu. So if you enjoyed this episode, please hit like. If you want to see more, please hit subscribe. And I will check you later. Take care out there.